Hello and welcome to your Friday message. You know, when you find it, it doesn't need to be Friday. It can be any day at all. I'm going to stop saying the day of the week, but it's because it's the day that I'm going to be uploading it. So, don't get stuck in definitions. Just do whatever feels great, whatever feels right. There's a great message coming in today for everybody. Beautiful message today. So as always, I pull the cards and then I start looking at what's kind of jumping out at me and what kind of is the same, what's different. Anyway, it's a resounding thing that came out. And it's in numbers. It's in numbers that came in today. Gratitude is number 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. Then you have the Strength card, which is 8. Then you have the Elder Salmon, which is 35. 3 plus 5 is 8. Then you have the Elder Loon. 2 plus 6 is 8. And then you have 4 and 4 right beside each other. 4 and 4 is... There you go. Yeah, I can hear you in the background. Can you say it? It's 8. So why is 8 so important in this reading? It's the year that we left behind. And all of this week I've been telling you about looking at your accomplishments from last year. If you were part of the Pisces channel where I did solely Pisces readings last year, you would have seen and heard, I love the way my Alexa just went, ta-da! But that's just the thing, right? If you look at last year and everything that you've accomplished in that year, then you are one step ahead this year. You're going to want to have a year of more accomplishments. You're going to want to do more things. Don't look at your failures. Don't look at what you perceived as a failure. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't get that done. No. I want you to look at the stuff you got done. And if you feel that you haven't been actively getting stuff done, this year's your year. This year's your year to get it done. And I feel that this is what it is saying right here. You also have the Hermit card right here. That is the 9, which is the year we're in. 9. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. We're in a 9 year. We're in a year of focusing on, it's an inward journey, but it's also introspection. Introspection is looking at the past, see what we've accomplished, where we can, do more. It's contemplating, and it's really honing in on either finishing off what we started or continuing what we have started. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like the same thing, but some have a conclusion and some things just have a continuation, okay? So, let's go back to microcosm. I don't know if I'm saying that, but it's about looking at the smaller thing, like the grain of sand. Okay, there's macrocosm, and that's like looking at the universe. This is like looking at the eye of a needle, okay? So, or the pin of a needle, I should say. So, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at, what they want us to pay attention to, okay? I love that. To see the world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Oh, it's beautiful. It's William Blake. Nice. I didn't invent that. It's nice. But I like it. I love things that rhyme. That's just me. It has a nice flow to it, right? So, if you hear somebody munching, is my bunny, of course. She's going through some changes this week, but I gave her like a nesting box, so she's having fun with the box. So you might hear like munching on a cardboard box, so don't worry about it. She's just keeping busy and getting her teeth sharpened and stuff. So every human is the embodiment of the universe in a miniature form. It's time to recognize the dynamic relationship existing, I haven't had a hard time with that word today, between yourself and all that surrounds you. Like a butterfly effect, every action, word, and movement is reflected and magnified as it reverberates into the time and space it surrounds. Many people underestimate their ability to affect change on a wider scale and become stuck. Realize that you can be a catalyst for great change right now, simply by making changes in your own interactions with the world around you. Critics will say that no one will notice a drop of water in the ocean, but if your action inspires another, which in turn inspires another, the ocean eventually creates a tidal wave, bringing with it great power and altered landscape. Never underestimate the effect of the small upon the great. I love that. I strive to show through example how one person can be a catalyst for great change. That should be your sacred words, your sacred. So, how do you do that? How do you do that? The other card that came out was called Choose Honesty. And this one said, find yourself making up an excuse as to why you can't do something to let someone down gently. Choose honesty. If the truth is, I'm tired or I'd like to do this, but I've got too much on, just say it. You'll feel better for it. So what does choose honesty mean? It means to be honest with yourself. It means to be courageous with yourself. When many times probably in the last year or so, instead of taking the easy way out, right, as making an excuse, you were truthful to yourself, you've been truthful to others, and that takes a lot of courage. And I feel that's one of the other cards that came in right away. You were courageous, you took the strength, you found your inner strength, and you increase your personal power by focusing on this inner strength. You've probably done things and said things that brought you into a space of being more authentic with the life that you're leading. And the year of 8 was all about that. Why was it so important? Why did the number 8 come up so much? It's because in the Hermit year, when you are doing introspection, when you're getting a perspective, you want that perspective to be true to you. Okay? Not to everybody else, not making up stories. You want it to be true to what you believe, right? You are working on yourself to be courageous and honest with yourself. Because this year the Hermit was coming. And you just don't want to be in a space where you have to do all this work before you do the introspection. Are you getting what I'm saying? It was preparation for the current year that was coming in. So that work needed to be done. Now with the microcosm coming in, again, as I'm feeling that, you may think that working on yourself, just you know, that grain of sand in a big universe, you're saying, well, that's all well and fine, but there's a lot that needs to be done and accomplished in this world right now. And how is just my little life going to affect anything? It is. Okay? One drop of water in the ocean. It creates a movement. By working on yourself and doing good work, right? Keep going, to dive deep, to work with purpose, which are all these cards coming up here. You have, you're creating a flow to follow. I love that. A flow to follow. And it's not a fake flow. It's not a, I'm going to, skirt it until later flow. It's a right now. I've dealt with it. I've done more with it. And it's also bringing in a space of gratitude. Not of just not dealing with. I think there's too much of that anyway right now. You meet people and then they just don't want to deal with, or they get too busy with. They're not truthful and honest. It's a very interesting type of deal that we're living in. Everybody is very self-absorbed, and we're going to get to a point where some of it is going to need to kind of spill out, right? You're going to have to start connecting to others. That's the only way change is made, right? But last year was a lot about self-work, self-help, trying to figure out what was going on. But eventually we will have to reconnect to each other. So keep going is one of the 8 cards that came in. And this one is saying, when this determined fish swims into your life, you're gifted with the medicine of resilience. I love that. And if you've practiced saying, no, I'm too busy, I'm working on this right now, I'm trying to figure out this, without excuses for anything or for yourself, just being authentically you, you've become resilient to either judgment or annoyances of that kind of thing, right? Even when the odds are against you and you're swimming against the current, Elder Salmon reminds you that you can overcome the toughest challenges in life. So this fish, of course, offers many indigenous communities abundance of food and sustenance. Not only them, I mean, to us too, I love salmon. They remind you that you always have everything you need to succeed, but you must also put your best effort to assess it. After an incredible journey through oceans and rivers, Elder Salmon returns to their birthplace to spawn, reminding us of the importance of remembering who we are and where we come from. And that's it, authentically you, right? I was talking about authentically yourself. Your ancestors moved through many journeys where they had to stay strong in the face of adversity. Stay strong, the Strength card. Bear also being part of nature, right? And this card. They have passed this down to you. An Elder Salmon helps you to reclaim the resilience of your lineage. Whatever you might be struggling with, Elder Salmon is here to encourage and guide you forward. Sometimes it takes conscious and intentional effort to move ahead, and you're being asked to dig deep into the parts of you that know how to forge ahead. I love that, and that's just telling me right here to dive deep, dig deep, and it comes in this card, so we're going to look at that one next. To dig deep into parts of you that know how to forge ahead. Spirit knows that this journey can feel like a long one. If you're tired or discouraged, you have Elder Salmon to inspire you. After all, if it can make the leaps upstream against the flow of the rushing waters, you too can overcome the obstacles you encounter. When you feel like giving up, call upon my resilient medicine, Salmon says. I'm here to assist you in persevering through the hard times, to remind you that there's so much bounty on the other side. I make great leaps on my journey through the waters, and if you need a strong push, I will offer the same energy through your system. With my support, you will remember what you're made of. And I would encourage anybody who followed me last year to remember the great strives that we did as year of 8, to move forward, to work through our stuff, right? So we're going to look at Dive Deep. Let's just replace that one. Put it right here. Pretty. And the hauntingly beautiful call of the loon is the medicine that flows to you right now. The vibration of their voice moves into your sacred waters, inviting you to take a deep dive in your subconscious. Emotions, beliefs, and stories echo in your cellular memory, waiting to be acknowledged and felt. Elder Loon is here to compassionately guide you to see what is hidden beyond the light at the bottom among the reeds, so that you can bring healing to it. This elder gently swims around you, inviting you to meet what is rising from the depths of your being. Is there a part of your child's self that needs to be seen, or perhaps there's a belief you have inherited that you can now be handed back to your ancestors? Loon journeys with you to gently unearth old anger, grief, and other pain that is ready to flow out of your heart and body. Remember yesterday we were talking about releasing negativity. This is very much on the same vein with the same messages. Elder Loon reminds you that balance in your mind, body, and spirit is available when you tend to what is calling from the inside. This might take more introspection. Oh, introspection. The Hermit card connecting itself here than you are used to. But this elder's help, you can move the layers of what no longer serves you out of the land and waters. Love that. Land, waters. Okay. Right here. Your old stories and feelings are sacred, and Elder Loon promises to hold them as such as they rise out of your being like bubbles to the surface of the water. Beautiful. So, Call upon me when the opportunity to dive deep summons you, says Elder Loon. I am adept at underwater hunting and can stabilize all that is ready to surface. With my help, this process can feel effortless as long as you welcome my medicine. I'm deeply attuned to keeping your sacred waters clear and purified, so receive my song into your heart so I may be your ally. Beautiful. I love this one too. All right, so we're talking about, here we're talking you out of the land and waters. We're going to go next to, well, the card of land, where the bees are. Work with purpose, number 4. Beautiful. They all kind of connect to each other. Maybe if you've noticed. I hope so. I hope that you can feel the connection. So, you're being called to see just how significant your daily contributions are to the larger ecosystem of humanity, connecting itself to the micro grain of sand, drop of water card. Okay? It's time to pollinate your ideas and take active steps towards a dream, cause, or initiative. Just like the bee who's busy working with their colony to build a productive and high-quality hive, you too are asked to step into action, to take responsibility for your place in this world. The ideas that you have collected are sparks of initiation for your soul. Much like the sweetness that the bee retrieves from the brightly colored flowers, it's time to transform that nectar into honey. Elder Bee assists you with the medicine you need to work hard and move through any challenges that may arise. Even though they may be small, bees can visit and pollinate up to 5,000 flowers per day. Their busy nature contributes to so much beauty and sustenance on this planet, and without them, the whole ecosystem would collapse. This elder is reminding you that no matter how small a simple life can seem, you carry significant responsibility for bringing balance and well-being to this planet. Gather your community and alert your fellow contributors to what needs to be done. Sweetness awaits you as you dig in and bring your vision to completion. All with this introspective card as well. Welcome me in when you need to get clear on your purpose in this world, says Elder Bee. I will deliver you fortitude and resilience as you move towards the work of your soul. Feel the rapid beating of my wings as I buzz around your heart, awakening your desire to take up your place in your community. I bless you with gratitude as you take your rightful place here on this planet. Open yourself up to liquid gold that swirls around you. Your hard work will pay off and lead you to abundance in all ways. And it says it right here. I bless you with gratitude. So we're going to take the gratitude card next. I'm telling you, they're all connected. They are all connected right here. Gratitude right here. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. So let's keep going with the gratitude card, 26, also 8. The universe is grateful for you. Appreciation for everything flows through you in great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you. Gratitude is a secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. And it's so simple. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment. No matter what's happening around you, there's always something to be grateful for. Whatever you appreciate in life will grow. So discover what you're thankful for. Even the people and situations you found challenging, and watch miracles unfold. It is a glorious time to be alive. And a glorious time to be grateful. Okay? Be grateful for every day. And we'll continue on with another card of beauty, and this is the Four of Wands. This is a card of celebrating your accomplishments and results, celebrating your gratitude, celebrating your life. Okay? This card is about teamwork, gratitude, harmony, completion of successful stages. All of last year, I've been talking about that through all of this week, is a celebration of a successful stage that you accomplished in your life. That's what I really want you to do in this video. I want you to take the time to look back on this year and see where your success is, where it lied this year. Because I believe that we underplay a lot of our successes. If you weren't here for the first few videos where I said everybody looks forward ahead on vision boards. This is what I want to accomplish. This is what I can manifest this. But we take so little time. We put a blurb of going, look at what you did last year, and see what you accomplish, and then see what you can let go. And most generally people then concentrate on where you're going this year. I don't want you to go too far in this year. I want you to continue working on the stuff that you accomplished last year and the stuff that you were letting go into this year. Because a lot of the time, one thing doesn't just solely ends and begins. It's just a continuation. And the most important part is how you reacted to last year's accomplishments. So I invite you today, if it's possible, to either make a list, or if you already have a list, to look at the stuff that you've accomplished. I've said it again and again. Go through your phone. You can usually see, we take pictures about everything today. We take pictures about everything, about people that we've had a party with. My last pictures were a New Year's party with some friends, new friends that I've made. And all of that reminds me that I made new friends in the new year. From the old to the new year, I made new friends. I put myself out there, which was highly enjoyable. I danced my heart out, which was highly enjoyable. So all of these things are accomplishments, okay? Some people say, well, that's just something you did that day. They're still accomplishments, okay? I'm not a person to put myself out there, so I'm going to take the win. I want you to look at things, look at pictures, and take the moments, the gratitude, the happiness, and I want you to get really insightful. We're getting ready to really go dive deep into the Hermit here. The Hermit doesn't let you do anything else. Honestly, it is the energy that comes in. The energy is to say, you got to stop here. This is a stop. This is a stop place to look at what's working, what's not working. What a great time to give yourself a break to see, where do I want to steer my ship? It isn't a year of completely stopping in the journey that you're going on, but it is a year to really hone in on the things that you really want. It's not the multitude of things that you're getting. It's not time for busy, erratic work. It's time for really honing in and focusing on the stuff that you have been working on and really lifting up the anchor to your one boat or two boats, okay? And really giving them your full attention and energy. It's very quality work, it's very meticulous work, and that's really, I think, in a hermit year, the only thing you can do. You can't just dip in a million buckets. You have to take the time to really go deep. So it's time to decide, have your decision of what you want. Do you want to move steadily on with meaning and dedication towards the goals that you want? Or do you want to just speed through everything and not really pay attention to what you're enjoying, how much you're accomplishing? Start right now. I want you to write me in the comments something that you're really proud of that you've accomplished last year. I don't know if you need to go through stuff to go, to remind yourself. I know my memory is really bad, so sometimes I have to go through, but I want you to really take the time. I mentioned one of mine. I went out at New Year's. I met two new couples, even have them on Facebook. I'm hoping that I can carry on, maybe with the ladies, meet up and have coffee and see where it goes. If it goes somewhere, it's fine. If it doesn't, I release it with love. But I I'm celebrating the fact that things have moved forward, and I'm happy with it. Okay, I'm happy with that accomplishment. I'm happy to have put myself out there. Sometimes establishing connections is the greatest thing. Bring gratitude in your life for everything that you've done. Gratitude is a card, is one of the greatest cards here, and I want you to pay attention to it right here. This beautiful lady looking up in total gratitude. I want you to feel that emotion, and I want you to bring it in, and then I want you to write in the comments what you're grateful for. And with this, I let you go. I know it's probably a little shorter today than the rest of the week, but this is fantastic. I love doing these readings. I hope you're getting a lot from these. Okay? This is to empower you. This is to put you in a right frame of mind, to push you forward in positivity and observing and working at being that little drop of water in a river of that leads to an ocean, okay, of change. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you a lot of love light. If you want to contribute to this channel, the best way that you can do is by subscribing and being an active commenter and liking. Let's build a beautiful, awesome community of people who want to empower themselves and put themselves out there and get the best of who they are. And let's do this together. I read every comment. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you later. Bye for now.